Should you buy a new car or should you wait until the market is about to crash? Well, I'm going to give you the information you need. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tommy. I've been in the car industry for most of my adult life. I've done sales, I've done finance, I've done everything in between. Now I negotiate car deals for a living, but enough about me. Let's talk about the market. I don't know about you, but if you follow anything with car TikTok, you've seen the amount of people that are talking the used car market is starting to crash. Everybody's talking about how auctions are going down and dealers are keeping cars longer and longer. And the question I keep getting asked is, should you wait to buy or should you buy now? Well, let me give you the answer here, and it's a little bit more complicated than you think. Now, I'll start off by letting you know when this market all started changing back in 2020 when I was in the industry, I said this wouldn't last longer than 6 months. That was truly what I said, and I was completely wrong, and I can own up to it. So maybe you shouldn't even listen to me because I don't know what I'm talking about, but nobody does, and that's really the point. Everybody has ideas. This has happened multiple times, but nobody really knows if the market is going to crash or not. We have been hearing this for 3 years. My feed has been full of, for 3 years, of the market's about to crash, the market's about to crash. And yes, it is ummed and ahmed and whatever you want to call it, but realistically, the market has been as hot as ever on used cars. So is it going to crash in the next 3 months? That's the real question. So let's start with new cars. If you're going to buy a new car, there's almost no reason to wait. Realistically, every single car, or like 90% of cars, you can get below MSRP, and you're not going to save that much money by waiting until the market crashes, and by the time it corrects, it could be a year down the road. So I don't think if you're buying a new car, you should wait. Now, obviously, there are certain exceptions to the rule. If they don't have a lot of inventory and you can't negotiate, sure, that 10%'s there, but 90% of people, if you're a new car, you're fine. Now, we're talking about used cars. I actually think the market that has the most to lose is actually the Japanese used market. Hondas, Toyotas, even Subarus. And the reason being is that inventory had been so tight on these cars for such a long time. Once inventory starts to catch up, that's what's going to impact this the most. Now, what we're seeing with this used car crashing right now is a lot of repos coming in. A lot of people that bought cars because approvals were through the roof are now having repos and having these cars sent back. So auctions are getting influxed with not so great quality cars that were cars that were fine to get somebody approved with, but they weren't these cars that we're talking about. So I think that this pedestal of these Japanese cars are going to stay there for a bit longer. But for the most part, I don't think the used car market is going to crash like the people say. Some people are expecting like a 50% crash on these cars. I don't think so. Realistically, a car depreciates anywhere between 10 to 20% when it hits the lot, and we're seeing about 5 to 8% discount on some of these cars. They might depreciate by 10%. So if it's a $2,000 car, or $20,000 car, 10% might depreciate if the market goes well in 6 months down the road. For me, it's a lot of what ifs, and I don't like the fact of waiting if I don't have to. If you need a car, there's no reason to wait. I don't think the market's going to crash as dramatically as people think. And again, I'm just an opinion, just like everybody else. Now, the market that I don't think is going to change at all is hybrids. Hybrids are extremely hard to make. There's about like 10 times more parts in a hybrid than there is in a gas car. And I love hybrids. I think plug-in hybrids are actually the future above electric cars, and I'm gonna make a video on this. But that being said, I think hybrid market is going to be very inflated for the next 2 to 3 years until we can start getting a healthy inventory of cars coming in. So just know that if you're buying electric, know that Teslas don't negotiate, the prices fluctuate. Right now, Tesla prices are fine. 2 years ago, they were like 30 grand overpriced. Again, just know you have to look on your Teslas. I don't really recommend Teslas right now to anybody either. I wouldn't recommend many electric cars to anybody right now. I just think people overrush the market, and now they're running into some huge issues. Quick video, midday throughout the day. I'm gonna have a video tonight. I'm gonna try to get some more specifics on what I actually do, but I just want to talk about the market right now. I want to say if you should wait or not. Absolutely, I think you should just buy a car now. Don't wait till the end of the year. I have a video on Black Friday. There's no crazy deals. Just buy a car. Have a great day. If you guys like this content, like, follow, subscribe for more, but have a great day.